So, quick review about The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. Um, so this is not my first read from the author. This was also not my second time or my third time. So I've read several books from him, so I know what I am getting when I pick this book. So this book, this is a romance, and we follow the character of Maggie, who has a disease. I'm not going to spoil too much of the book. So she has a disease and she needs help. She needs help in her gallery. So she is a photographer. She sells her photograph. Um, so she needs help and she hires someone else. She's looking for someone, and that is where Mark comes in. Mark starts working at the gallery. Maggie and Mark, their relationship start to develop. Maggie tells tells her um, so Maggie tells her, what do you call this, her past to Mark, and that past was set in 1996. So the present day was set in 2019. So Maggie was telling her past in 1996 to Mark, and when Maggie met the love of her life, which was Bryce. So that is the hook of the story. It will make you anticipate what's it will make you turn the page and anticipate for more, but everything is predictable. So I kind of expected what's going to happen, and I kind of expected who Mark is to Maggie's life. So I know his I somehow guessed his real identity mid part of this book. So nothing is unpredictable with this novel, and I think you're going to pick that up as you start to read the book. So again, Maggie has a disease, and that is dropped at the first chapter, and her disease keeps getting worse. So we kind of anticipate what's going to happen to her by the end of the book. The jump from 1996 to 2019, it is seamless as Maggie tells her love story to Mark. And um, so the 1996, it starts when Maggie has an unplanned pregnancy. So she was sent to Ocracoke, which is in North Carolina. So she was sent to Ocracoke in North Carolina because of her unplanned pregnancy, where she was looked after by her aunt. Her aunt was a former nun. So Aunt Linda and Aunt Gwen. So they start to look after Maggie. So Maggie, she has this very troublesome relationship with her parents. So she does not get along with them. So she was sent away, and at first Maggie does not like to leave her parents, her state where she grew, and she did not like her new environment. But she was only there um, during her pregnancy because they plan on giving away giving away her child for adoption. Anyway, Aunt Linda and Aunt Gwen, they became close to Maggie. Um, they became more of a parent than Maggie's parents were to her. So at that time, at that stage, they Maggie needed needed her Aunt Gwen and Aunt Linda, their guidance. They needed their guidance more than her parents, because again her parents are, I won't say toxic, but she does not really get along with them. So she became close with her aunt, and eventually she became close with Bryce. So again, the hook of the story is she was sent to Ocracoke in North Carolina for her for her and for her pregnancy until she gives birth. So once she gave birth, Maggie will have to return to her parents and start her class again. So she was 16, 17 years old. So she would, her life in North Carolina in Ocracoke is temporary. So that is the hook of the story. She met Bryce and she fell in love with him. So the question is, would Maggie and Bryce, would their relationship work, even though we know that Maggie will eventually leave once um, once she gave birth, once she gives birth to her child. So will Bryce and Maggie's relationship work? That is the question um, we readers are going to ask. So will the long-term relationship work? And again, this is in 1996. So that is another thing I like about this book. It gives you a perspective of what it is like in 1996. So obviously there are no smartphones, even telephones were difficult, and they communicated through letters. Now, I said they intend to communicate with letters, which was what Maggie did with her parents, but there were also telephone at that time. So it will try to discuss if they can have a long-term relationship, or if once Maggie leaves North Carolina, will her relationship with Bryce end? So that was 1996, and now we are at 2019. So you can see the impact of that relationship to Maggie, because that is what Maggie is telling Mark. Um, Again, Mark, his identity, he has this identity, but it is, I kind of expected who he is, his real identity. So everything about the book, everything about this is predictable. So I expected what's going to happen from page 1 to the last page, but that does not stop me from reading it. So I like it, and out of 10 I will give it a 7 or an 8. So I enjoy it, and the first part, the first chapters of the book, even toward the middle part, the tension is very low. So if you expect a book that will keep you at the edge of your seat, so this may not be this may not be the book for you. But the last page, the last pages and the last chapters, that's where the emotions hit. That's when it peaks. So again, it's mostly slice of life. So the first chapters, and how um how Maggie deals with her pregnancy and her unexpected romance with Bryce, who also happened to be her her tutor. So that's it. So if you're looking for a romance with an easy read, this may be if you're looking for a romance with an easy read, this may be the book for you. And it will also tackle the difference between 1996 and 2019. So if you're born, let us say, uh, you're a Gen Z or a Gen A, you may not have. So the difference about the timeline 1996 and 2019. So if you're into photography, um, so you're going to see this some um, what it is like to use a camera in 1996 versus today, which is now digitized. And yes, the difference in 1996 and 2019. So um, again, this is a heart-wrenching novel. You may find it boring at the start, but if you are a casual reader of Nicholas Sparks, you know what you are going to expect. Um, what else? Again, that's it. So it's going to be an easy read. Until next time.